I recently put together this $800 gaming PC build, and I used a little known budget case to put it in, the Okinos Aqua 3. I was impressed with how good the Okinos Aqua 3 was for the price it came in at, and so I did a full video review on it. After doing the review on the Okinos Aqua 3, Okinos did reach out to me and asked me if I wanted to review the biggest case in their Aqua lineup, and in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to do. This is the Okinos Aqua 7. In this video, I'm going to show you what it's like to build inside of the Aqua 7. I'll go over all of its pros and cons, and at the end, I'll give you my final verdict on whether or not it would be a good option. But before I start building in this case, let me take you through all of its specifications and features. Also, just a side note, if you do watch this video and find it helpful and end up subscribing to my channel because of it, please let me know down in the comments below so that I can say thank you. Okinos has 3 total Aqua series options, the 3, 5, and 7, and all are panoramic style cases. The 7 is the largest in the series and the only one of the 3 that can fit a standard ATX motherboard. The Aqua 7 comes with 6 120mm PWM ARGB fans pre-installed. So that's 3 more fans than the Aqua 3, and the Aqua 3's fans aren't PWM fans, so that's a nice upgrade for the Aqua 7. Another interesting feature for the Aqua 7 is that 5 of the fans, that's the 2 fans on the side and the 3 fans located at the bottom, spin in reverse direction. Basically what this means is that these 5 fans actually intake air into the case, despite looking like they're set up to exhaust air out of the case. In the Aqua 3, all of the fans are set to exhaust air out of the case, and if you wanted to have a configuration that brought air in, you'd have to flip the fans around, and then you'd see the bracketed side of the fan, which isn't as aesthetically pleasing to look at. So by using reverse direction fans on the Aqua 7, Okinos has provided the best of both worlds, providing both the ability to intake air into the case without hurting the aesthetics of the ARGB fans. I also purchased 3 additional Okinos ARGB PWM case fans for $10 to add to the top panel of this case, all of which will be set to exhaust, and so I think there should be a good balance between intaking and exhausting air out of the case. And of course, there will be a ton of ARGB lighting to work with. Here you can see the difference in orientation between the case fans. The pre-installed reverse fans are oriented to intake air into the case, and the standard case fans I bought to add to the top panel are in the traditional orientation. The top panel of this case can also support up to a 360mm long radiator, so whether you want to do a custom cooling setup or get a larger AIO, you can do that in this case. You can also replace the 2 fans on the side of the case with a 240mm radiator. Just note though that this will dramatically reduce the clearance for your graphics card to just 270mm long, as an AIO installed here will stick out far enough to block the installation of a longer graphics card. Without an AIO installed on the side of the case though, the Aqua 7 can house graphics cards up to 410mm in length, which is enough clearance to hold all the way up to an RTX 4090, so there really are no graphics card limitations with this case. And for air coolers, the Aqua 7 can hold options up to 160mm tall. The front panel on the Aqua 7 comes with an audio jack, 2 USB 3.0 ports, and a USB-C port. Unfortunately, I don't have a USB-C header on my motherboard, so I won't be able to use that. There's also a button on the front panel that will let you cycle through a bunch of different ARGB presets. The bottom compartment in the case comes with a small 3.5-inch storage bay, but it can easily be removed by removing these 2 screws at the bottom of the case. Once those screws are removed, the bay easily slides out, giving you a lot more room to hide cables in. And finally, the Aqua 7 comes with a fan and ARGB controller pre-installed. You can connect 6 fans and 6 ARGB connections to the controller, and it does require a SATA power connection from your power supply. Since I added 3 additional Okinos ARGB fans, I did need to use a couple of fan and ARGB splitters to get everything connected. Alright, that's a general rundown of the specifications and features, so let's now get into what it was like to build inside of this case. I took all of the parts from the $1,000 gaming PC build I put together at the beginning of the year, which was housed in a Fantex P400A, and I moved everything into this build. I also took this time to upgrade the Ryzen 5 5600X in the original build to a Ryzen 7 5700X 3D, as I'll be benchmarking the 5700X 3D in an upcoming video to compare it to the 5600X and Ryzen 5 7600. Overall, building in the Aqua 7 was a very positive experience. There's a lot to like about this case, and the only flaws I found with it were minor in the grand scheme of things. For some pros of this case, I really liked how both glass panels are toolless and can easily be popped off with just a little bit of force. And with the front glass panel removed, you have a lot of room to work with inside of the case, and it allows you to access it from angles that most cases don't offer, and that all definitely helps with the building process. Another pro of the Aqua 7 is the pre-installed fan and ARGB controller. All of the fans and their ARGB lights are pre-connected, and so as long as you don't want to add any additional fans or lighting, all you have to do is connect SATA power from your power supply to the controller, and then you'll just need to connect the controller to a 3-pin ARGB header and fan header on your motherboard, and you're good to go. Again, I did add an additional 3 fans to the top panel of the case, so I did have to free up some room on the controller by using a couple of ARGB splitters and fan splitters. With 9 total fans plus a Thermalright Burst Assassin CPU cooler, I was able to achieve excellent thermals. I benchmarked the system in Cinebench's multi-core CPU test, and the Ryzen 7 5700X3D averaged about 75 degrees Celsius under full load, which is well within normal operating temperatures for the 5700X3D. I also ran the system on Metro Exodus's benchmark tool to push the GPU, and neither the 5700X3D or the 7800XT went over 60 degrees. I'm not sure how much adding the 3 additional fans helped, as I didn't run the test without the top fans installed, but overall the thermals on the case are very good with how I have it configured. The only thing that I wish Okinos would have added to this case are rubber grommets on the cable cutouts, especially on the 2 cutouts directly to the right of the motherboard. And one other thing that you'll want to be aware of with this case is that you're going to need to temporarily remove the bottom mounted fans during the build. It's very difficult to screw in the 3 bottommost motherboard screws with those fans installed. I was only able to get one in with the flexible screwdriver. But more importantly than that, it will be nearly impossible to connect your case's front panel connectors to the bottom of your motherboard. So I had to temporarily remove the 2 rearmost bottom fans to give me room to mount the motherboard and make those connections. It wasn't really a big deal, and I don't think there's a way Okinos could have handled this better, but it's something you should be aware of if you're planning on building inside of this case. But overall, the lack of rubber grommets and having to temporarily remove some of the bottom fans are 2 fairly minor issues compared to all of the positives that this case offers, especially for the price it comes in at. You get a ton of fans and ARGB lighting. You can also pick up a 3-pack of Okinos' fans for just under $10 if you do want to fill out the top like I did. You also get the sleek-looking panoramic-style case that is popular right now, and you get a case that offers more than enough room to house even the biggest graphics cards on the market. So there really aren't any major limitations to the Aqua 7, and its sub $100 price point makes it an even more attractive option. All in all, I think the Aqua 7 is a solid case, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who is looking for a fairly affordable panoramic style case that offers good thermals and that comes with a lot of ARGB lighting pre-installed, and who is looking for something that can house a high-end system. But that does it for this review. If you are interested in picking up this case, I've left a link to it on Amazon down in the description below. That is an affiliate link, and if you purchase anything from Amazon after clicking on that link, I might receive a small commission. This greatly helps out the channel, and any support is appreciated. But you can always just go to Amazon and search for the Aqua 7 as well. In any case though, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.